Not a drill. August 30th is Mary Shelley's birthday, which means that spooky season starts now. Disclaimer, I don't know specifically what perfume she wore because I couldn't find that information, but I did find that she was a customer of a perfume house that we've talked about before in my videos on Queen Elizabeth II and Marilyn Monroe, and that's Floris, London. The year was 1818, and a few months after the successful publication of Frankenstein, Mary Shelley was traveling throughout Italy with her husband and 2 children. She wrote to her friend, the poet Thomas Love Peacock, and requested that he purchase and send her 2 hairbrushes and a small toothbrush from Floris, London. This right here is the letter, and they have it on display in their shop museum. And if you're like, hairbrushes? I thought they were a perfume company. Yes. Floris was founded by Spanish immigrants in 1730. They were originally trying to do more of a barbershop thing, so they would import these handmade combs from their native Minorca. The combs were made of ivory and tortoiseshell, and they were all the rage in London. In fact, Floris received their first royal warrant, you can see it right here, and it wasn't for perfume. It was as the smooth, pointed comb maker to King George IV. Here's one that's on display in their shop museum. And I don't know who made this one, but this is an example of an ivory comb from that same time period. Floris was also known for their floral mouthwashes. They had violet and rose, which I only just learned about. But my Mary Shelley tribute perfume, Unhallowed Art, has both violet and rose, so I'm feeling very vindicated right now. Anyway, in the years since, Floris is still family owned and operated, and they've received more than 19 royal warrants in their almost 300 years of existence. Some famous Floris perfume enthusiasts include Queen Elizabeth II, who wears white rose; Marilyn Monroe, who wore rose geranium; author of James Bond said that James Bond wore Floris number 89; Winston Churchill wore Special number 127; and then Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had Floris create a custom unisex scent for them on their wedding day, and it was modeled after Bergamotto di Positano. Back to Mary Shelley though, if you want to learn more about her whole life story, my very first ever podcast episode that I did back in 2019 that had terrible mic and sound quality was through her entire life, and you can listen wherever you get your podcasts. Unhallowed Art, I was inspired by a quote from Mary Shelley where she described the dream where she first saw Victor Frankenstein and his monster. She called Victor Frankenstein the pale student of unhallowed arts. She also kept the calcified heart of her husband locked in a drawer for almost 30 years. This perfume smells like love, cemeteries, lightning, and my idea of a calcified heart. If you like this, check out the rest of the perfume histories on my page.